never give out your number. This 24-year-old guy, let's call him Elmer, is about to finish up grad school. But one of the final requirements to get his master's is to be a presenter at the conference held by the undergrad students. This girl, let's call her Sam, comes up to Elmer and looks like to be somebody of the committee. She hands him the registration document, having him put down his name, his email, his number, and she seems pretty upbeat and excited to help him out. They spend quite a bit of time together during this conference because she's helping him navigate where to be and what time to be there. And she's clearly interested in Elmer. And he's flattered because it's been a while since he's actually had a girl be interested in him that he could see in person. You see, it's not because Elmer's an ugly guy or anything about him is weird. He had actually been in a long distance relationship for quite some time and was planning on proposing when he graduated. He politely lets Sam know that he's in a committed relationship, and she quickly apologizes if she made him feel uncomfortable, and they go their separate ways. About a week later, he actually gets an email from Sam asking for help on a paper that she's writing about the topic he had just presented on. He sends her some of his PDFs and goes about his day. But then just a few days later, she emails him again asking if he would meet her at a coffee shop to read over her draft. He's kind of weirded out at this point and politely declines and says that she can just email him the draft and he'll read it over then. The next day, Elmer gets a text and it's from Sam. She asks if he could have the book that he was telling her about during the conference that he doesn't need. She needs it for a class. Elmer's getting pretty frustrated at this point because he's like, man, this girl just can't get a hint. I'm just not interested in you. But he doesn't want to be a jerk, and against his better judgment, he tells her he'll meet her at the library to hand her the book. After dropping the book off to her at the library, he's finally relieved, thinking that he's done with Sam. But just about a week later or so, Elmer's friend comes up to him and asks if him and Sam are dating. Elmer's like, no, what the fuck? Where'd you hear that from? You already know I got a girlfriend that I'm about to propose to in just a few months. His friend says, well, she's telling everybody that you guys are dating, and she posts about it all over Twitter like you guys are a couple. When he looks at her Twitter, he sees a flood of posts about him and a bunch of subtweets that she would do, saying things like, I wish I could cuddle you. I loved our cute library date the other day. He's so sweet and thoughtful when he helps me out with my homework. Elmer's completely freaking out because he's thinking, if these rumors get back to my girlfriend before I get a chance to tell her my side of the story, everything's going to be ruined. But then he starts to think, wait, is Sam stalking me? As a matter of fact, how did she get my email? How did she get my phone number? And then he thinks back to the conference when he had signed that registration paper. And then he starts to notice some kind of off things when he thinks about that conference. He actually never saw a badge that she was supposed to be wearing. She never really was interacting with the people managing this place. And he just started feeling this cold pit feeling in his stomach. He quickly blocked her on all social media and told his girlfriend. He never talked to this girl again, but just a few months later, he would hear about her doing the same exact thing to another guy.